Hi guys, first of all, wish you all a very happy new year. So, some students are asking for guidance about May 23 exam. They're asking for preparation strategy, all that. So, in this video, I'm going to cover comprehensively what are the precautions that you should take and how your approach should be for the exams. Like your approach. I don't go inside your like what subject chapters all that I'm not going to discuss all that. I'm going to guide you how you should plan your preparation, how many subjects you have to study parallelly in a day. Look, watch this video till the end. You will find this video very logical. Getting it? So very logically I'll break down various notions that you're undergoing. Getting it? So fine. uh you know before I talk about the actual content, first let us look at the number of days or months that we have for the May exam. Right now, I'm doing this video on 5th January. Okay, 5th January evening, I'm doing this video. So if any of you are watching sometime later, getting it? So modify the study plan accordingly. Getting it? Now, right now, 5th January, ignore 5th January. So in the month of January, we are having still 26 days left. February, I think this is leap year, I think so. Not sure, but let me be conservative. 28 days we have. March, we are having 31 days. April, we are having 30 days. Right? So totally we are having 61, 81, 89, 95 plus 20. So 115 days time we are having. So this is the time that we are left with, for May exams. I only counted up to April 30 because May 1st onwards CA final exam starts, May 2nd onwards CA inter exam starts, or maybe May 2nd and 3rd. Anything it might be. So let us not consider that, May 1 or 2 days. Out of this 115 days, outrightly in a month, I eliminate 6 days. Outrightly per month, I will be eliminating 6 days. So for 4 months, including January, getting it? So 6 fours are. So almost we are going to eliminate 24 days for holidays, leave, sick, whatever the reason. Some 24 days you will not be spending time at all. In a month, I'm eliminating 6 days. Getting it? So we are hardly left with how many days? 91 days. Let us take even that 1 day provision because April 30 onwards you will be starting revision of the first exam. Correct? So that 1 day also let us ignore. So we are left with hardly 90 days. So that's what I mentioned in the first slide. We are hardly having how many days? 90 days for the May exam. Now, in fact, instead of measuring it in terms of number of days, let's measure it in terms of number of hours. We are having 11 hours in a day. So you can ideally study. In fact, 11 is a very aggressive number. It's not conservative number, aggressive number. Conservatively, if you ask me, 8 hours is ideal time. 8 hours is ideal time to study. But okay, considering that you are ready to prepare for higher time bound, don't don't be over estimating yourself like 16 17 hours I'll study, 18 hours I'll study. No, I am only thinking about productive number of hours that you can spend in a day with no obligation. Suppose if you're a working person, like you're in articleship or something, then this strategy is not for you. You watch this, get the inputs from this and make your own strategy accordingly. Getting it? So normally, if you're exclusively into studies, you can dedicate 11 productive hours in a day. So totally, we are having 990 hours. This is the time that we are left with. Now, what I can do within this 990 hours is the question. Now, another question which a student asks, so should I focus a single group or should I focus both the groups? In other words, do I have time for covering both the groups for May attempt? This is the question which many are asking me. See, like it depends upon student to student, his level of coaching, or how he has taken coaching, or if at all, if he's from self preparation, what is the intensity of his preparation level right now? It depends on various factors. But what conservatively I'll tell you, first always focus on one group of your choice. First focus on one group. I'm not asking you to focus only one group for May exam. Right now focus on one group. We are having one group. Let us assume group 1, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. If you are focusing on group 5, so these are the papers. First, focus on any one group of your choice. Finish the syllabus in that group. Now again, do you need to study 100% syllabus of every subject? Not required. Remember, by default, you're having paper is for 120 marks, whereas you have to attempt only for 100, where you're having 20 marks choice. In fact, what I tell to my students, never even target 100 marks attempt. Okay, so try to focus on 80 marks of the paper. Try to attempt 80 marks of the paper. It is always better to attempt for 80 and secure 55 rather than attempting 100 and secure 80. I have seen these cases more than this. Those who prepare, those who prepare 80% or 70% of the syllabus, they are able to score higher marks than those who are focusing on 100% of the syllabus. And this is a fact. Why? Prepare yourself, make your mind like some 25% of the portion in every subject, 25%, 1/4 of the syllabus in every subject. Ignore. Sir, which 1/4 syllabus I should ignore? Which portion I should ignore in every subject? Obviously, every chapter is important. From every chapter, question will come. Which 1/4 subject? I mean, which portion I should ignore? I'll give an example. Suppose if you look at Group 2, CA Inter, Advanced Accounts, if you look at, for final FR also, I'll give you an example. CA final also, I'll give you an example. First, look at Group 2. Please, final students, also listen to this. It'll be helpful for you to plan your schedule accordingly. Suppose paper 5, you're having Advanced Accounts. In this, you're having a chapter called Liquidation. And you're having a chapter called Consolidated Financial Statements. Correct? Huh? You're having another chapter called Partnership Accounts. These 3 chapters together in Advanced Accounts, the weightage in the examination is somewhere around 25 marks to 30 marks. This is a maximum weightage, I'm telling you. The maximum weightage. And for sure, in every exam, I will be getting a question on consolidation. I will be getting a question on partnership. I may or may not be getting a question on liquidation. Is the point? Consolidation and partnership is compulsory question. Solving, learning consolidation and practicing consolidation, getting good grip on consolidation chapter takes approximately 20 to 30 hours of time. Minimum time, I'm telling you, this is minimum time it will take if you have already completed coaching. Which means if I add coaching time also, it will take another 20 hours. Totally 40-50 hours. Exactly, partnership also 40 to 50 hours. Approximately coaching time plus preparation time put together, these 3 chapters put together take close to 90 to 100 hours. Oh my God. You are left with how many hours actually totally from tomorrow, from 6th January, if you calculate, 90 days time we are having. Assuming in a day you can study like a Superman, 11 hours. You're having 990 hours of time. Out of 990, only these 3 chapters occupy close to 80-90 hours or 70 hours. If you ignore these 3 chapters, what happens? You can save substantial amount of time. With that available time, what you can do, revise once again Advanced Accounts remaining chapters. See, I'm asking you to ignore these 3, which means remaining chapters in Advanced Accounts, CA Inter, you must be the best. Any corner question, corner concept, any difficult adjustment they give, you have to solve. You have to attain that much perfection. It is better to get perfection on 70% of syllabus rather being moderate on 100% of syllabus. It is always better. Even if you ignore these 3 chapters, you can definitely score more than 70 in Advanced Account. Same way, you're a CA final student, again, you're also having a chapter like consolidation. You are having certain Indie AS, which are bit advanced, which are bit lengthy, but the weightage from those Indie AS is hardly some 10 marks, 10 to 15 marks. Identify that syllabus which is having a weightage of 30 marks and having huge portion, but weightage is only 30 marks. Ignore that. Ignore that particular syllabus. Remaining syllabus, you have to be top notch. You have to be the best. Attain maximum perfection. So likewise, in every subject, you will find some chapters occupying 25 to 30 marks weightage. Getting it? But will take more than 50 hours. Getting the point? 25 to 30 marks weightage occupying 50 hours of your preparation time in every subject. Identify them. Ignore them. Right away ignore them. Sir, should we ignore it completely? Sir, I want to study 100%. First ignore them. After you finish remaining subjects, after you finish remaining chapters, whatever 70%, 75% chapters were there, right? After you finish them with utmost perfection, after you finish remaining subjects in each subject 75% with utmost perfection, then come back to these pending. Until then, don't even look at these pending chapters. Don't even think about this pending chapter. If you plan your preparation like this, I'm telling you, you're going to, this is what actually smart work refers to. All of you. So plan your preparation like this. So in every subject, 70 to 75% syllabus you have to target. 25 to 30% you have to ignore. Which 25%? According to you. See, for every student, the 25% syllabus varies. For example, in CA Inter, paper 5 advanced accounting, if you take, for some students, amalgamation might be difficult. For some students, partnership is difficult. For some students, some other chapter would have been difficult. So whatever you felt difficult according to you, keep it under that 25% category. Suppose if you love consolidation, you know very well consolidation, you have extremely good grip on consolidation, then take some other chapter, which will take huge time, will have lesser weightage. So identify chapters of that kind. Suppose for CA Inter audit, if you ask me what are the chapters, risk assessment and internal control, one of the lengthiest chapter. Risk assessment and internal control, audit strategy, analytical procedure, and even standards on auditing. Not every standard, only 5 or 6 standards like 560, 505, 510. All this I always tell my students to give a second priority to them. Anyhow, for auditing, CA Inter audit, what is the exam strategy? I'll make a separate video. Don't get confused by this. This is only focusing on comprehensive May 2023 preparation strategy. So I hope you have got certain idea, okay, how to filter the syllabus. So first, focus on one group, single group of your choice. Prepare each subject 75%, 70%. Do cumulative revision. Remember, many of us having a wrong perception on revision. You know what? How students are doing revision, I have been enlightening on this from past 2 years. Once again, I'm repeating here. Many students are doing revision after they forget their original preparation. Like, suppose you take paper 1, he started preparation somewhere in January. Okay, in January month, he focused on paper 1, paper 3 preparation, let us assume. So paper 1, he completed some 70-80%, paper 3 completed 70-80%. In February, he started paper 4 and paper 2. Again, by the time March month comes, paper 1, whatever he studied, 70% he is unable to recollect. Getting the point? 70%. What he is doing again in paper 1 in the March or April month, once again he started reading the subject with much more, huge amount of time. Logically, if you have spent 100 hours at the time of preparation, revision should only take 10 to 20 hours. But many students are spending on revision more than 60 to 70 hours. Almost equivalent time to preparation time. Again, here one more thing I want to clarify. When you are talking about revision, here I want to bring one important thing, like about test series. How many of you are joined for test series? I don't know how many of you have joined, but I'm telling you, this is one of the wrong route that you're going to adopt. One of the worst route that you're going to adopt. You know what? We have an institute. We have yearly 2000 admissions for CA Inter coaching. Getting it? We have more than 23,000 registered users on our application. If we launch a test series, I challenge, we will be getting more than 500 admissions in a single month. We didn't start. Because I strongly believe test series is not a way to learn. It is not a way to learn. Many students are joining test series and they will give some schedule and they prepare that schedule. Week 1, whatever the first exam in the test series is, they'll target first exam. You know what? Most of the students are unable to complete that portion for the first exam itself. 70% or 60% only they are covering, and they're going and writing and coming back and immediately focusing on the second exam, ignoring first exam pending syllabus. Again, same 60-70%. Third exam they're going and ignoring whatever they left in first exam, whatever they left in second exam, they ignored pending portion and immediately focusing on third exam. Fourth exam, half the students withdrawn from test series. They paid for 10 tests, but they're only attempting 3. Fourth exam, 50% of the students are stopped. They didn't, because they understood that they are unable to cope up with this. Moreover, your learning order, the faculty from whom you have taken coaching, the learning order is different from the test series exam pattern, which is again a conflict. Also, more than 70-80% of the students will not even attend a test series from 6th exam itself onwards. If it is having 10, 5th or 6th exam itself onwards, they'll not attend. 99% of the students who are attending for test series, I challenge, you can go and ask your seniors, ask your friends, how many, don't ask them, did you pay for test series? Ask them this question. Have you attended all the tests which are conducted by test series with 100% dedication, covering 100% targets? This is the right question. You get only no. So don't join for test series. In fact, by joining test series, you are spending so much of time. Now, immediately you will have another query. Sir, then how to test, sir, whether I learned properly or not? I want to have writing practice, for which institute is conducting mock test. In the month of March, institute will release mock test paper series 1. In the month of April, first week or second week, institute will release another mock test paper series 2. Sit at your home and write. Or you can go to your regional chapter office. There, you have to pay some 50 rupees or 100 rupees per paper and sit there and then write the exam and give the paper to them. They'll value it. They will evaluate and then give you. This is even a better option. So that will let you have that writing practice. Test series is not a way to learn. Be careful. Don't get cheated by, test series, one examination. In test series, one question is conducted. In examination also, same question comes. So they are highlighting it and you are joining blindly. Remember, obviously ICI will test questions only from the study material or RTP or MTP. Test series also, they will prepare question papers from ICI study material, RTP or MTP. What's the great difficult thing in that? What's the great thing in that? The problem is with the test series, student is unable to cover the syllabus. No, that is the main issue, right? Here student is test series, okay, I understand. Whatever questions comes in CA final, CA inter, ultimate ICA examinations in the May month, whatever questions comes, all that questions were asked in test series also, I agree. The question is, it's not whether it is coming in the exam or not. The student is not focusing. The student is not able to complete the portion. That is the main drawback. So kindly don't fall for those kinds of traps. Getting it? Literally speaking, I'm taking a lot of risk because many can target me because I'm saying test series is not useful. But I'm telling you because this is truth. This is the truth. Getting it? Know how to handle if somebody targets me. Getting it? Anyhow. So be clear. So in every paper, fine. So I actually started the topic with revision. So students, when they are starting revision, they are once again putting so much of efforts, almost similar to what they gave in the original preparation, because by the time student is revising, he's forgetting what he studied. You know what is the biggest drawback here? Student is not doing cumulative revision. Student is not doing cumulative revision. So what is cumulative revision? You have to do cumulative revision. What is cumulative revision? Suppose now, before I discuss about cumulative revision, let us discuss about how to plan your papers. Suppose you decided to focus on first group. It has 4 papers. First keep 2 papers. Keep 2 papers with you. Study with the 2 papers. After you finish 2 papers, then start remaining 2 papers. After you finish that, if you still have time, where you can complete one more group, then focus on the other group. Suppose if you are having lesser time, then in the other group, take 1 or 2 subjects. Getting the point? Now, so paper 1, paper 3, you started. Suppose paper 1, it has chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, like that. Chapter 10 we have. Now you studied chapter 1. Suppose you finished reading chapter 1 thoroughly. immediately you will start chapter 2, right? Study chapter 2 thoroughly. Finish it chapter 2, over. Now what you have to do, before you start chapter 3, once again revise whatever you read in chapter 1 and revise whatever you read in chapter 2. You revised it, then come to chapter 3. Remember, when you prepared 2 months ago chapter 1, now if you revise, it will take substantially higher time. If you revise chapter 1 in the last week, like you prepared chapter 1 in the last week, and now you are revising, it will not take that much. It will not take that much time. Suppose chapter 1 you spend 10 hours and prepared. Chapter 2 you spend some 12 hours and finished. Now chapter 3 you are starting. Now these two chapters you revise, it hardly takes 2 hours immediately. Suppose if you revise these two chapters after 3 months or after a month or after 2 months, it will take approximately 7 to 8 hours. That is the impact of cumulative revision. So before you start chapter 3, revise chapter 1, chapter 2. Now chapter 3 also I completed, sir. Now I should go for chapter 4, right? Yes. What you have to do, 1, 2, 3 together you have to revise. Don't conclude right now. Listen. 1, 2, 3 you have to revise. Okay. It will take 1, 2, 3 together. It will take 3 hours time. Maximum 3 hours time. I'm telling you, I bet you try, you'll understand. Now chapter 4 completed. Now you are entering chapter 5. 2, 3, 4 you revise. You entered chapter 5, right? First chapter, no need to revise because you already revised it twice and you already gained the perfection. No need to revise. You will recollect even after a month, after 2 months. Bet, try that, you will understand. Okay. So chapter 2, 3, 4 you revise. Chapter 5 completed. Entered chapter 6. 1 and 2 ignore. 3, 4, 5 you please revise. 3, 4, 5 you revise. And then start chapter 6. Chapter 6 completed. Okay, 4, 5, 6 you revise and then go to chapter 7. Likewise you go on. Because of this technique, what happens? And one more thing, important thing. Chapter 10, sir, paper 1 completely done, sir. Now I need to start another subject. Before that, give one revision. I'll tell you, hardly it will take 10 hours of time. Maximum 10 hours. You know what? Totally, including cumulative revision, all this together will take 50 to 60 hours time only. Even otherwise, if you studied preparation 100 hours and after 2 months, if you want to revise, it will also take 60 to 70 hours. The amount of grip that you get in this cumulative revision method is 5 times powerful than the traditional revision method. So don't go for traditional revision method. Adopt this modern technique called cumulative revision. I made a video on this 2 years ago. I'm telling you, you really become very, very, commendable on the subject. So first, plan with the 2 subjects. Don't simultaneously read 4 subjects. Read only 2 subjects in a single group. After you finish 2 subjects, then focus on the other 2 subjects. Getting it? Whatever queries you're having, put it as a comment below. I will be going through all the comments for the next 10-15 days. I'm recording this on 5th January. So I'll be going through the comments in the next 15-20 days. And after that, I'll make another video on this. So if you look at my title also, cumulative revision I have covered. Getting it? Now, productivity and rest. Another aspect which I need to cover. I spoke about, should I focus on single group or both the groups? I focused about how to revise. I focused about how much percentage of the syllabus you have to skip and how to choose that percentage. Getting the point? Now, how I should plan my day? You are saying 11 hours I should prepare. So how should I choose? Should I wake up in the early morning, or is it better to stay at night, or is it better to wake up early in the morning? Which is best you suggest? If you ask me my personal suggestion, for me, any time in a day is the best time if at all you're interested to do that. If you're interested to study, any time in a day is best. And I'll tell you for your example, a live practical example. If you think the brain functions early morning super powerful, why are you attending second show movie? You can watch early in the morning at 5 o'clock and watch a movie, so that you remember well, you connected to the movie very well. You're watching a second show in the late night, 10 o'clock movie, 11 o'clock you're attending to the movie and watching it up to 2 o'clock and coming out. Brain is functioning sharply. You're able to recollect all the scenes. Correct? Huh? Ah, remember, your brain is designed in such a way, if you are attentive, if you are interested from within, if you are passionate from within, it works with high amount of, you know, efficiency. What really requires is your attention, your interest, and what requires is your passion towards it. So there is no hard rule that early morning if you wake up and study you'll do well. No, I never woke up early in the morning. I always study in the night, or I'll study in the afternoon or evening. Getting it? Still, I'm achieving the same result. I understand in the morning mind will be fresh, no burden. Just now, I mean, after a long sleep, we woke up. It is definitely fresh, better, active, better, little bit active than rest of the day. But that doesn't indicate you remember very well. You finish faster. If you are comfortable to wake in the morning at 8 o'clock, better get up at 8 o'clock. Assuming you are waking up in the morning 8 o'clock, how to plan 11 hours schedule? I will show you here. Suppose make sure you start sitting with books at 8:30 in the morning. Make sure 8:30 for everybody. This rule applies. Suppose, sir, I stay late night up to 2 or 3, so I'll wake up in the morning 10 o'clock. Then accordingly change this timetable. So 8:30 to 10 o'clock. So you have 1.5 hour segment. You have 1.5 hour time. So focus. Then half an hour you have to give cooling. Okay, you need to cool down your brain. No, 1.5 hour stressful task. Again, 10:30 to 11:45, 1 hour 15 minutes. Only 1 hour 15 minutes. Here it is 1 hour 30 minutes. Getting it? Now give 20 minutes break. 12, 12:05, 12:05 p.m. to 1:20 p.m. Again 1 hour 15 minutes. Getting the point? Now you see this is morning slot. So 1, 2, 3, 3.5, totally 4 productive hours you finished. You see, for every 1.5 hour, I'm giving half an hour break. Here 1 hour 15 minutes. Again, I'm giving 20 minutes break. Remember, this break is required to cool down your brain. Getting it? Now in the afternoon, 1:20 you stop preparing, right? From 1:20 to 3:45 or even 4, take a long break. What you have to do during this time, eat lunch, do some exercise like walking, all that. After eating, go and sleep for at least 1 hour, at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. Please, sleep peacefully. Getting it? So this is rest time. Now here some student ask me a stupid question. Sir, if I'm habituated to sleep in the afternoon, in examination hall, I will get sleep. You will get sleep in examination hall. When the paper is before you, you know the answer, you're already hyperactive or hyper tensed. How do you get sleep in exam hall? Nothing such. Getting it? So you can happily take rest in the afternoon, because if you take rest in the afternoon, that will give you much more productivity and energy in the second session. Then now again get back sharply by 4 p.m. again till 5:30. So 1.5 hour. Getting it? Again till 5:30. Then 6 o'clock to 7:15. So 1 hour 15 minutes. Then 35 or 7:40 to 9. So 1 hour 30 minutes. So approximately here also again 4 hours. Again 4 hours. Then go for lunch. Sorry, dinner. So 9 to 10:30. 9 to 10:30. You keep it for dinner. Keep time for dinner. Or 9 to 10. 1 hour you make it 1 hour. Then again come back by 10. 10 to 11:20. Again gap. Again 20 minutes gap. 12 to 1:30. So as a whole here you will be covering roughly 3 hours. Now go to bed sharply by 1:45 or maximum 2. Wake up in the morning 8:30. So night you're having, 8 o'clock. Night you're having around 6 hours of sleep. Minimum 6 hours of sleep. In the afternoon you're having at least 1 hour of sleep. Effectively in a day you're having 7 hours of sleep. And you are studying 11 hours with the proper breaks. See how productive this plan is. Able to understand? Make sure break is part of your preparation. Never study. You observe only the first slot in the first session is only 1.5 hour. Here also you see 1.5 hour. Here also you see 1.5 hour. Remaining slots are 1 hour 15 minutes only, around, hardly. First slot, because you are coming out of after a long break, so you're spending little higher time. Remaining, and always after every 1 hour, 1.5 hour, after every 1 hour 15 minutes, I'm giving you a break because that is required to cool down your brain. You need not switch off the social media. You need not switch off Instagram. You need not switch off WhatsApp. Nothing to do. Whenever you are studying, whatever the study slot you designed according to your convenience, in that slot, keep the phone in silent mode or airplane mode and keep it aside. Only in the break time you touch your phone. Immediately by the time break completes, throw away. Maintain this discipline strict. And right now, from now itself, you need to overcome that. Remember, the best way, the best way to overcome anything is you have to practice that. If you disconnect from everything and then focus, tomorrow you need to solve in real life so many issues while the problems exist. You can't disconnect the problems in real life, understand? Get habituated from today. You can definitely do it. Only thing, you should have a discipline. Hey, my break time is only this, so I should only use the phone in this time. This is my study time. I will not use the phone at no matter what. Keep it in airplane mode or silent mode in that preparation time. So notifications will not affect you. Your Instagram messages will not affect you. So plan your preparation like that. Productivity and rest both are highly important. You must have sufficient rest and you must also be productive, efficient, effective at the same time. Hope gave you a comprehensive guidance. I hope it didn't bore you. Liked it? Okay. You really liked it and impressive. If you felt impressed, share it to your friends as well. After almost so many months, I'm doing one comprehensive video on preparation strategy. All the best. Definitely you will do well. And suppose if at all you're looking for any coaching classes, I'll tell you, taking coaching classes compared to test series is best alternative. Because through coaching classes, if you don't read, if you don't have time to read, or if you don't have energy to read, at least by listening classes you can enjoy. At least by listening classes you can learn the subject. Listening to the classes is a way of preparation, I'll tell you. It's a way to prepare. By listening the classes, indirectly you're revising. And especially we, our Sreshta classes are extremely good. In the YouTube below description, you'll find various demo videos, revision videos. By the way, revision videos are also there, marathon videos. I'm giving you playlist in the below description, YouTube video description. Go through that. We have an app link is also given. Go through that. Getting it, you'll find so many free resources. Materials are free for download. You can just download and use. I'll tell you, you're going to get best advantage. So have a nice time. Take care. All the best. Be careful. First, select any one group, finish it, and then only go for another group. Even though you're targeting both the groups in the May exam. First, focus on one group. It is always better to qualify single group rather than failing in both the groups. That's what my approach. Take care. Have a nice time. Bye-bye. All the best. I hope you felt happy with this video. If you put as a comment below, I'll be very happy.